Okay, let's talk about the patch notes. Good morning, everybody. Gonna make a little video on this. Yep, let's talk. Clove, yeah, digging the tune? Yeah, me too, bro. If you wanted to see, it's like the non-copyright music. Oni, what's up, homie? It's that right there. It's like 5 minutes in or something. Let me see. Yeah, it's like 5-6 minutes in or something like that. Okay. So we got a big overhaul going on over here. A lot of changes. The game is getting faster. That's for sure. We can start off with the governors over here. So we have Moshe and Pingala and Reina down to 4 turns to establish from 5. I mean, that's just faster establish and faster yields. Yeah, you usually don't move your Moshe or Pingala unless if you want to move your Pingala to like your Oracle City if you do acquire that. What's up, Whack Jab? Good morning. How are you, homie? And yeah. So it's not bad. Reina, I mean, I'm a big fan of. Great, that's good, homie. That's good. Yeah. Dude, I passed out so hard. I was so tired yesterday. Like, I did that. I worked out, and then I came home, and then I had like peanut butter and jelly, like pancakes, something crazy, and I just like poof, done. I do think the game slows down for a bit for the discounters. Oh, we're gonna get in that. I'm happy for that because I like my strategics. I do take the bronze work, you know. I like getting the iron up, right? Anyways. Now I can feel better by just going to it sooner, but we'll see. It's only a 5% change. Let's see here. Yeah. I mean, I discount a little bit. You know, I did get a 17 production government plaza. Okay, this was big. And maybe a commercial here and there. You know, I throw in a little something. When I see I could 2-turn an entertainment complex, I think about it. Okay. So, I'm a huge fan of, like, the Reina. I gotta, like, try to fix that. I guess I go 7 to 8. Yeah, let's go F7 to 8. So there is a Reina promotion I like as a deal maker. This is way later. But I do enjoy going tax collector. Get more money, but you do get a trade route. And deal maker is just really nice for, you know, gold buying, you know, certain districts and stuff. So I know I'm going to use the deal maker on a few cities and maneuver it around. It is quite helpful when you're going towards, let's see. I gotta keep going like that. So you're gonna see the screen go black and all this other stuff. Like, maybe I just go like this a little bit. Yeah. But anyways, you're gonna see this right here is kind of like meant for like an ancestral hall play because you can move your governors without getting a deficit of, you know, growth, housing, and amenity. Rocha got a random buff too. Yeah, we will get into that for sure. Pantheon initiation rights, 30 faith per units from 35. It's 5% change, nothing crazy. If it was a 10% change, that would be a big nerf, but this is like, it's a whatever, right? It's like, okay, you know, less faith, less oppressive. I mean, we're not talking like a builder. Maybe it's like a builder diff over the course of like, you know, per certain amount of units, but it's like, when you want to do like a monumentality first era for chopping for a big push, classical push. Yeah. Great Zimbabwe now gives 2 traders on top of the 2 trade routes capacity. So this is nice, but we have to think about what's the value of this buff, right? This value of the buff during like the Great Zimbabwe, when you are building this wonder, your trade routes are around like 140 150 golds. So we'll say like 280 to 300 gold of value you get from this buff, right? Plus, on top of that, you get the traders right away to put into whatever cities you choose. Unless if it's that city that you built that wonder in that you're going to send the trader out to, you get instant yields, right? So that is a very nice thing to have. So it's I would say it's like a 300 gold plus buff, which is nice, right? And you can even add towards, like, maybe it's a whistle banking too, like you get the food and the prod. It's really nice to have those trade routes. So very nice. Aerodome building. Let's see. I wrote down just better planes, better, just faster. You get your planes, you get your alumina faster, and it's just good. It's just really nice to have that right away. It's cheaper. Get to building stuff, other things, you know, faster or sooner or whatever. So oil power plant to refining from electricity. So oil power plant to refining is... I like this buff. This is really good. Because you can build an oil power plant, okay, in your during refining, right? Which gives you the advanced ballistics boost, which is huge. This is huge, right? It's insane, because you got, like, it's pretty much like 900 science right here for advanced ballistics, and 40% of that is 360. So you're getting 360 science on your way towards, you know, nukes, or towards lasers, or whatever you have. No, power plants do not give the same yields. No, they're different. They have their, like, niche effects. Like the coal power plants is for, like, adjacency, oil is for all around, and nuclear is for, like, science and shit. You always want to have, like, a mixture and affecting a certain radius, right? And that's another conversation for sure. That's a pretty big conversation, actually. Power is insane to require. That's why we always say, God, I have no coal. How do I get more coal? You know, and if you're not, like, coastal, you don't have shipyards for coal, you need to settle for coal. Because if you don't have coal, which gives you insane yields early, right? Because this is, like, the first thing that you unlock for power, right? Like, if you don't have that, you're going to be behind somebody that does have power. Power is a huge deal. And especially, like, right here. Wow, 3 science for research labs. But you get more than double when it's powered. Kind of crazy, right? Oil, yeah, the oil is huge because it's on the way towards, you know, bigger pushes. In anything, you really don't have to go electricity until later, right? But if you want the boost towards that, you're going to have to stop at electricity, which is not like a bad... It's not a bad stop, because building 2 privateers is not bad. That's easy. And you get the boost, but usually if you're just like a land-based civ, none of this is helpful to you. Except for the oil power plant. Okay? That's it. You can now not go negative. Yeah. Exactly. So it's really nice to have that and give the bonuses. Let's go back to the notes. Okay. Let's see. District or discount mechanic reduced to 35 and 20, right? For most districts, and government plaza and Diplicoder from 40 to 25. So we got a 5%, you know, nerf to the mechanic, which is, you know, I like the mechanic, and then I don't care for the mechanic, because it makes it like in teamers, when I'm playing in teamers and stuff, and someone's doing their district discounting and stuff, and they're not getting me damn strategics, I kind of freak out, right? Not openly, but in my head, I'm just like, this greedy son of a, you know, and I'm just like, okay, do your little thing, you know, win strategics, my friend. We're dying out here, okay? I like your stats, but did you see the halfway across the world where everyone's dying? Yeah, I kind of need those, I kind of need that iron up, bro, okay? Good morning, Lucky, good morning. Yeah, I agree, Maniac. It didn't make sense, but now it makes sense. Now we're starting to make sense. So life is good. Good morning. Unique district discount from 55 to 50, nothing crazy. So 5% is nothing crazy, but you know, you might see it cost players that do a lot of district discounting. It might cost them a turn, maybe a couple of turns to their sim. And what I mean by that is for like their technologies or their timings, right? So nothing crazy. You know, if it's 10%, now we're talking like maybe 4 to 5 turns of a difference in certain, like, you know, timings. It just depends. Huts, relics delayed to turn 15 from the start of the game. I agree with that because people that get relics early, peace, man. I actually enjoy those habits. Who doesn't like getting a relic, right? Who doesn't like getting a relic early? You know, that was nice. You know, you get relic turn 2, you're just like, holy cow, I don't have to run God King. Life is so good. What can I pick? You start looking at your land and you're just like, Festivals is looking good here. Yeah, City Patron. So many damn choices. And that's what happens. But when everyone gets one, okay, that's so special. So it's delayed until turn 15. It'll you know, you might have to run the God King, you know. You might have to, unless if you get blessed with a 10 Faith Hut. So that's still there. Is it working in beta? Well, that sucks. It shouldn't be a hard fix, but maybe. I'm not sure. I don't do the coding right here. There was something that didn't get coded in that we'll talk, that I wish that got coded, but, you know, we'll move on. Zero Faith Apostle strats. Write in the comments what this is, because I've never encountered the Zero Apostle strats. Red, good morning, bro. Good morning, homie. Yo. Much love. So I never encountered this. It's a little blah for me. I mean, Hagia Sophia, all this, you know, this religious victory happens once in a blue moon, you know. We've had a couple of blue moons, but, you know, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't affect me. Yeah. Faith reduction for every units. Yeah. To 10%, 15, so maybe there was cheap, very cheap things. When all those together, you could buy zero cost apostles. Well, that's great.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
So, wow, zero apostle strats. Wow. I guess you can just go everywhere and spread the faith. Improvements. Lumber mill, +1 prod at ballistics and synthetic materials instead of steel and cybernetics. This is huge, in my opinion, if you do have somewhat of flat land and you only have woods, or you like to keep your Chichen Itza tiles and everything. +1 prod at ballistics and synthetic materials is totally achievable. Most games, people only get to steel, depending on where they're at, and they don't touch cybernetics, right? This is huge right here, because like when we're over, oh god, cybernetics is literally over here. Yikes. Yeah. So people wouldn't get to cybernetics at all, but now people are definitely getting to ballistics, +1 prod to the lumber mills, and then you go over to synthetic materials, and then you also get some goodies, okay? Nothing crazy, but you get some goodies. Hold on, I gotta keep going back and forth here. Quarries. The Teddy Bull Moose buff. Yeah, that's gonna get nerfed. Nuked. Okay. 1 prod at military engineering instead of gunpowder. Quarries. This is good. See, this is good right here. I like this a lot. And +2 at rocketry instead of +1 at rocketry. And okay. So no one hits this. Whatever. So +2 at rocketry. Yeah. This is good. This is a really good change. I like it. Very strong. You'll start seeing people. Gosh, +2 production at rocketry. That's pretty huge, bro. You'll start people actually going to rocketry, which people never do, unless if you're going for science, Vic, or for your missile silos. Okay. But yeah, very strong. Game's getting faster. Like it. I mean, just more prod, faster things, yada yada. Okay, so now we're going over to the civilization changes. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the global changes. Now let's drop down. Okay, Stone Circle's Met's Pantheon now. Well, you got to think of when it pays out, though. You got to think. So Stone Circles is good, right? You need to complement that with food. But when does it get that +1? Is it military engineering? So you need to create a line of like, so you already made your quarry. Now you need to make your water mill for construction, right? And then you need to go over to, why can't I think of it? What is the bottom minor resource tech? I know it's gonna kill me when I look at it. The wheel, jeez. Minor resource, and then you get to engineering. So you get your aqueduct, and then you can go over to military engineering. So you got to get these boosts right here, and then you can, you know, effectively have a quarry economy, right? Or productive civ, excuse me. You can be productive there. So I guess you could rush to military engineering, but that means you're not going towards it. Yeah, you can do these equally. It just depends. That makes the scientist that gives you celestial navigation, mathematics, and engineering more valuable now, in my opinion. Because if you can get the engineering boost, and then you can proc the engineer, boom, get your aqueduct, then you don't even need to go over here. Boom, get to military engineering. Mathematics already boosted. Education, apprenticeship, sim. So this is good. Let me turn down a little bit. Okay. So now we're getting into the civ changes. America, Lincoln. Okay, I wrote down here. Okay, so there's no more units maintenance reduction. Wow. Paying for a military. That's a new one. Wow. About time, Mr. Lincoln. Okay, getting too much freebies. Okay, that's all I have to say for that. Okay, it was very strong. Still going to be strong, but you know, I mean, if we actually look at, let's say, infantry, the maintenance for infantry is 6 gold. Dude, there was a game where I played Lincoln recently, like, I don't know, a few days ago, whenever, and I got so many of these freaking units, right? I got a bunch of like, you know, muskets, and then, you know, men-at-arms. But this is 3 maintenance gold. This is 4, and then infantry are at 6. This starts affecting your economy quite a bit, right? So you're going to have to core early, you know, try to get your armies early. Maybe you get Da Vinci, whatever, and the +3 culture, and so you can start getting, you know, nationalism, mobilization, etc. So you can get these units, you know, cored and, you know, armied up, and then maybe you can do a push or whatever. But now it's going to cost you. Wow. So now you're gonna have to pay. And I had a lot of those units, dude. I just had like, I think 10 free armies, so like 30 units for free. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But if you do 30 times 6, right? Let's say if you don't like army or core them up, that's 180 gold maintenance, right? Just for infantry alone. So you got to watch out. So you got to be mindful of this. I could see that being a big problem later if people don't build their commercials and they just greed out like on, you know, campus, maybe a couple commercials, then they go their industrial zones, you know, try to get to a fast apprenticeship. That's going to be pretty rough for a few players, because then they start getting men-at-arms really early because they're going to hit military tactics very soon because they're trying to head to industrialization, getting me more free units, trying to get the high prod. And then they're going to be like, I'm bankrupt and I don't know what to do. So, and you build a commercial, my friend. Okay. America, Teddy Rough Rider, combat bonus delayed. Okay. Teddy's still strong. He got a little weaker, right? Because now he doesn't get that full +5 until the modern era. So if the game is going the distance, he's going to be the same, but it's, yeah, he just got a little bit weaker by +1 combat in a sense. Because like if the game is like decided around the industrial era or maybe Renaissance, I don't know, +1 isn't crazy, but it's just less oppressive, but it's nothing it's not a big nerf, right? Woo getting spicy. Okay, Woo's getting really spicy. I'm a huge fan of Woo. I do enjoy spying, you know. It's very nice. If your spy does die, you get a fresh spy. A fresh spy. If it dies or gets captured, which is huge. Woo can actually faith buy these spies. I think it goes 300 faith scaling by 70 faith for, you know, faith buying them or whatever. But like now you don't have to spend those resources, or now you don't have to produce. And that is, yeah, Poppy getting buffed. Yeah. This is quite to my liking. Yes. So this is very nice. And I think it's very strong, you know. Still go intelligence agency. But because like if they don't succeed, then you just wasted all those turns. Because like people are saying, well, now I can go foreign ministry with Woo. No, you want to complement your spies. You want to make sure your spies are extremely powerful. Foreign ministry is a great government, but getting those spies out faster, 50% production towards those spies, extra spy capacity, complementing, you know, you want to complement what your civ gives, right? So if your civ is giving you, you know, spying, you know, buffs and everything, give it another spy, right? Give it some love. Yeah, very nice. So I do enjoy that. Yongle, science. So let's see right here. Okay, so I said generally you're going to be using, so you get 50% more yields. So the faith and the food were 50%. Now you get 75%. And the gold was 100% of your prod. Now you're getting 150 of it. So example, if I am making 10 production, if I'm producing, you know, 10 prod in a city, that means I'm going to get 15 gold if I run that project for a turn. Okay? Now, it was 10, now it's 15 gold. Okay? I could see if you do need some gold early, and you're saying, how do I get the gold? I'm making 20 prod in my city, right? You know, you could say, hey, I can make some gold now. Or if you want to grow, you know, fast and try to get to that next district, you know, slot population, now you can use that for growth, you know, so it's a little bit better. Science and culture per population did get buffed, which is nice. A little bit, it looks like give or take 50% on both ends. So, yeah, because 0.5 to 0.7 and 0.3, yeah. So, give or take, it's like 45, 55, around there. That's just good. It's just a good buff. We're going to see, I believe we're going to see some Yongle action. Not too much, but we're going to see a little bit. They should let the yields same, but reduce it to 7A pop to get it. Yeah, we'll just see. We'll see. I think that would be too much, because so Nox, 10 pop is not a lot. So there's a problem with that, Nox. And what if, let's say if that did happen, right? It would promote, you would not play Yongle anywhere else but Ancestral Hall. 1,000%. All you would do is just spam out cities and then get to that 7 or 8 population, because all you do is like, you're at 5, if you're on freshwater, you got 5 housing, right? 5 housing. And then you just build a granary, and then maybe you chop out a few rainforests, a mosh, whatever have you. And you're going to get to your 7-8 pop automatically. It'd be extremely easy, right? And then you would be getting those yields on top of that. So it would be pretty disgusting. And you just do farm triangles, water. You would get insane yields if it was 7 or 8 pop. 10 pop, you have to look out the lay of the land and see if Ancestral Hall could be a play, because getting to 10 pop without without audience, it's not impossible, but it takes a couple of builders, not a couple. It takes a good amount of builder charges to help that land out to get it to 10 pop. Okay, so I don't know. I think we see, and now the project's giving more yields and stuff, I think we might see like Ancestral here and there, but I'm a huge fan of if you're getting to those high populations, you need amenities too. And what gives you amenities? The governor titles from Audience Chamber, right? So, and you always, if you're going to have like a decent sized empire, like a pretty good empire, like above like 8 cities. So if we're going to like 10 to 12 cities, having that at +3 is really nice to have. Because if you're only +1 or +2, which I've been plenty of times, it doesn't feel that good, right? Because if I'm at like 12 to 16 cities and I'm at +0, that means I'm in that danger zone of getting that -10 modifier, and it's just bad, right? So it all depends on your land, but I can't wait to see some Yongle action in there. Okay, so now we're at Colombia right here. What the hell? I think I just spilled freaking water all over. Okay. GC. What GC? Grand Columbia nerf. You did this. Another Scourge buff. Oh, yeah. Turn 34. Yeah. Okay. So, bonus movement delayed to political philosophy. This makes Columbia less oppressive in the early game, because when you do have extra movement to scouts early on, it's pretty insane. Like, I love scouting. I'm a huge fan of scouting. Like, discovering things early in the game, knowing what to do. Scouting creates possibilities for you. Knowing what could be or what because of your scouting is nice. And it's just, and those goodie huts too. High rolling. That's what it is, you know. Come on, baby. You know, just, you just get more goodie huts. An extra movement to a scout is pretty nuts. That delayed to political philosophy, yeah, I think that's a good nerf, right? I see a lot of civs keeping their abilities for this patch. I see a lot of civs keeping their abilities, but but it's delayed, right? Because it's their identity, right? You don't want to take away their identity, but you want to delay their identity because their identity is too strong. Hence the Columbia +1, right? Bonus movement. Dude, so I did that because I wanted to send that scout to mess around with Zulu a little bit. I know. Why? I almost forgot about that, Maniac. Why do you have to remind me? You know... Okay. I almost forgot about it, too. I got some things you can't forget. Okay. So, Dutch. Let's go to Dutch. Wilhelmina. Derby. Okay. Campus now gives 1 Admiral point. I think this is a great buff. I think this is a fun buff. It gives... it's a Wilhelmina thing, right? That's very nice. Like, 1 Admiral point, because, like, if you do go campus first, because you can get some pretty good campuses. You get +4, +5 campus early with Wilhelmina, because you get +2 adjacency from the river. You get this, and you start accumulating those Admiral points. You have, like, a double threat now, because you're acquiring Admiral points while you're producing a science, right? And so when you actually do go over to your harbors, that culture bomb. Wow. Anyways. You're not far behind, right? You might still be behind compared to like maybe a Victoria, you know, with lighthouses and that, or Dido, the Cothans, but you're not that far behind, right? And so I like it. I like it a lot. And This is actually insane too, because it also promotes... Damn, what is that scientist's name, dude? Oh, God. I keep forgetting the scientist's name. It's driving me nuts. I know you're around here. Oh, Zang, yeah, Zang, broski. Okay, triggers Eureka for celestial navigation. So if you do see this as Wilhelmina, all day you're going to go campus, you're going to get this, you're going to create a couple of campuses, and then you can discount your harbor. All right? That got nerfed. So that's going to be amazing, right? You're going to get your admiral points right away. Boom, get your discount. You'd probably still do the same strat in a sense, but this just helps it out a little bit more. You know, you just get the admiral points right away. So I really like this change. Polders, so this was the change that couldn't be implemented right here. The Dutch units couldn't get movements. Malus on Polder gets no... so they did it for everybody. So what this was is like the Polders are +3 movement. So you have the land, your land units, I believe, and the ships. It was +3 to move on these Polders. I thought it would have been amazing if it was just for enemy units to get the +3 and the Dutch units to, you know, move freely. Like it'd be just +1 movement. Not +1 movement, but just 1 movement. Excuse me. So they couldn't change that. That was a good idea, though. I thought that was a fantastic idea. And I guess we'll just not get that. So, but there is no movement change now. So there's no movement change for everyone. Everyone can move through it like normal, as far as I can see, right? Manelek. Oh, buddy. Okay. So, resource. Now, Manelek gets science and culture from faith if the city is settled on a resource or a hill from only a hill. This is an insane buff, okay? So, resource, bonus, lux, strategic is what I'm getting at, okay? So, there's been so many times when I'm playing Menelek and I'm like, damn, I gotta settle this 2-1 hill when I could have settled a 3-1 sugar right next to that hill or whatever, right? Good morning, Gray. What's up, homie? And this is amazing because now you can settle these luxes, you could settle maize, you could settle whatever. You could just settle a resource that's not on a hill and you can reap the benefits of your civ, right? Which is getting faith. You're getting science and culture from faith, right? So this is really good. Good morning, Goober. What's up, bro? Yo, yo. So this is a really good change. I think Menelek, he moved up a tier just from this, right? I've seen too many, there's been too many times where there was just a resource that I needed to settle, and that sucks. Because like early in the game, when you can't improve Lux, but you can settle on Lux, you have to choose between going -10 for your empire, or for a certain, for a negative amenity in a city or two, right? Or getting your civ bonus. With this, you can be like, wow, I can settle that 3-1 sugar or that citrus, whatever's on that flat tile, and get a Lux for my empire, and not having to, take the downfall of like, oh, it's not a damn hill. It's good. It's good. You actually woke up in the morning. This is new. Yeah, I played a lot of games yesterday. Then I stayed up for a long time yesterday. And then I had to go work out. Came back from working out. Peanut butter and jelly pancakes. Passed out. I was toast. It was good. I slept really good. Okay. How was your day, huh? Champ? Germany, Ludwig. Wonders and unfinished wonders get +1 culture per adjacent district. Okay? This was from finished wonders only. So Ludwig got 2 culture. This, it was the same thing. It was 2 culture. Okay? Then they changed it to 2 from finished wonders. Well, no one was loving that at all. So it went from really good to to, okay, we can work with this. So now we're at +1 for, so if you put Great Bath down and it's next to a district, you're going to get +1 culture from it. I don't know. You could put Machu Picchu down, right? Adjacent to something and just never finish it and get +1 culture. I don't know if I like the identity of Ludwig. Like, I don't know if that's, maybe they can change, like, something. But, I don't know. Wonders and unfinished wonders get +1 culture per adjacent district. So, I don't know if I'm reading it correctly, but I think it's for both, right? So if it's unfinished, it's +1 culture. When you finish it, it's the same thing. You think Ludwig was made for newer players? No. Because Ludwig, in order to play Ludwig, you need to know Germany pretty well. You need to know Hansa setup, and Hansa setup is not it's not player friendly. It's not newer player friendly. And plus, Ludwig is a harder civ than Germany because you're at a deficit of a red card, which means in order to run Craftsman, right, which you get at guilds, and because you get Craftsman for free pretty much when you have Germany, yeah, because you get that free red card, which means you can run Merchant Republic with double red card, with Craftsman and probably maybe Veterancy if you wanted to build like encampments or whatever. You can choose that other red card for something else, or you can go Retainers for extra amenities in your cities and stuff. You can run double red card, right? On Merchant. That's huge. Ludwig doesn't get that. Ludwig gets this little culture bonus, whatever, that doesn't really do much, and it's not newer player friendly because you need to know what to do with that type of bonus, right? If you're getting a certain yield other than a certain card, right, the card is infinitely better than +1 culture, right? So yeah, but that's my take. I think it's a good take, but you know, if someone else has something, let me know. We can talk it out. But I think this would be good if it was unfinished wonders get +1 culture, and then they did the +2 when it's finished, right? It changes from +1 to +2. I think that would be a good thing, right? If that's what we're keeping with Ludwig for identity. I agree with the assessment. Just thought I asked. Yeah, for sure. Keep asking, bro. I got you. It's always nice to understand the civs, because like when I started playing, I had no idea, bro. I was just like, dude, I thought Poundmaker was bad. I read Poundmaker. Like when I started playing Civ, I'm just like, it just gets food, bro. Free tiles, free trader. What is this? Where's the war? Where's the science? You know, all this other stuff. And then I start calculating things. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Okay. He gets big. Okay, I go. Okay. All right. So now we're at Greece. Extra Joker card. The wild card. Excuse me. Coffee. Delayed to early Empire. So this is pretty big. I got a message. I will get to this message after the video. So this right here is between God. You don't get a free God King. Yeah, a free thing of like saying, okay, I can get God King and Urban Planning, right? Which God King is +1 faith and gold to your capital, while Urban Planning is +1 production in all your cities. Yeah. So you can't get that luxury of a free card early on. You will rush early Empire. That's just what you got to do. Who knew getting a lot of food makes you big? Yeah, right? Make sure you have luxuries, champ. Okay, otherwise that food sucks. Yeah, just go to early Empire, get your bonus. It's very strong. Getting an extra wild card is very strong. And then, like, when you get to early Empire, you can start running other cards, like urban planning and colonization, and getting quick settlers out. +1 production and the 50% is really strong. especially if you got like 3 cities and you're running that card, you get an easy 6 cities out, and then you got a really good baseline for your empire, you know, early on, and then you just focus on Golden Age, and then you can get to like 10, 12 cities, and then you can stop. Patrick Cootie gets 50% reduction when buying mountain tiles. This is a quality of life thing. This is like a Canada thing for like the tundra. I think Mali has cheaper tiles too for the desert. Yeah. So this is just a nice identity thing for Inca. Makes sense. I think it's good. Yeah. India. Virus, obsolete at ballistics and cassette of combustion. This is just for upgrading purposes. Makes sense. Yeah. Holy Site gets +1 faith when adjacent to a river from +2. Okay, so Khmer was it has always been good, right? Him getting like food, faith on a district and just like growing, and this is utilized. He's just super strong, getting culture from it too. A really insane temple. We need to take a little step back, okay? I think this is a good nerf, nothing too crazy, but I mean, it is, you know, a reduction. Like, I mean, it's half, so we'll see. Congo, the religion bonus should be working now. Good. Very niche, but getting the Civ's abilities to work is good. So I don't know where it was broken, or like when it was broken, or like how it got broken, but them fixing it. Cheers to the BBG team for you know fixing these things, because we want to make sure that the game works, right? So, and sometimes there is a bug here and there. Sejong. Okay. Culture bonus when unlocking a new era is now equals 100% the amount of science per turn from 200. So glad that Civ's like Mastodon so desperately needed. Oh yeah. We'll see. We'll get to that Alexander buff soon. Going to Sejong, right? This guy, he was beating 300 to 400 culture civs to tier 3 government. It was pretty nuts. I've seen some Sejong cultures like 100 to 150 tops. And he was getting so much science, or so much culture from all of his science, that he was just beating, you know, top tier culture civs to certain civics. And it was disgusting. And it was very oppressive because you can just rush towards, like, you know, planes, tanks, whatever, and have really, like, you could have record timing fascism pushes. Very scary. Something that you don't want to see. So, yeah, I think this is a balanced civ now. I think that's exactly what needed to happen. Will Sejong be played? Yeah, he'll still be played, but he's not going to feel as rewarding. Hence, the 100% diff. Okay? Okay, good talk. Macedon. Unlock a bonus military card at political philosophy. Macedon... Oh, God. As a... In like teamers, he's very oppressive. He just keeps spamming out military. Him getting an extra red card, he will get banned. He just moved up to getting banned. Like, I wouldn't say like S tier ban, but he is at an A tier ban for FFA for sure. I think people will say, "Oh hell no," and they'll do that. Or people will use the extra red card for other things. You know, going to Classical Republic with the red card is pretty crazy, right? You know, having extra cards is nuts. Military cards, strong. There's the second strongest, or the third strongest, excuse me, because you have the strongest is wild card, then you have economic, then you have red, and then you have green. So it's not like the weakest, but it's not the strongest. It's like, it's all right. It's in that. It's Macedon's just oppressive, man. And you just give them more military goodies. We're going to ban this guy, okay? It's a nice little... It's not a little buff. It's a nice big buff, I think. Because I know what to do with the cards, eh? Yeah, why? Maya. Big Maya. Scout first? What is this? Is that a scout first Maya? Hello. 2? Do we get double scout Maya? This is good. This is so good. You'll go double scout into settler, into builder, and that builder is going to go right to the B2. Not bad. You're actually going to get some vision. Okay. Rome. Caesar. Yeah, the plus 3. Back to this. Plus 3 housing is actually insane. Because, like, when you got to 2 pop already, I think it was like 2. You're 2 out of 3. You're already at a 50% deficit. And then when you're at 3 out of 3 for housing, you're at a 75% deficit of food. Or you're getting 75 less. Rome gets a free warrior at the Code of Laws. So keeping the Civ's identity, but delaying it, right? Because he did get the free warrior at the start back in the day, right? Remember that, where you just settled capital and boom, you got a free warrior? Then they took that away and they just put that to the other cities. Now they're giving it back, but they're delaying it to Code of Laws. Russia, bonus faith is now given to the capital from the empire. 1 production when settling. So faith is now given to the capital, which means it can get multiplied by amenities, right? It's not that crazy, right? But that means it's not that crazy. It's just not that crazy, right? Plus 1 production when settling the capital on tundra. So this gives balanced yields to Russia, or it gives insane yields to on balanced settings to Russia. It's fine, right? You just get plus 1 production. So I don't know if that messes around with the BCY standard or balanced settings. I would think it'd just be a 2-2. But when you settle on a flat tile on maximum, this will give you a 3-2 base, which is insane. So if it is 3-2, 2-3, I don't know, you just have giga capital, which is pretty crazy. It is. That's insane. Russia's already strong, dude. Like, the thing with Russia is you have to utilize that production and get to a certain, just a certain point. You have to establish yourself, and once you get established, you're good. You already being established, you're already, if you're at a 2-3, God forbid, if it's 3-2 base, and you have like a 1-4 deer, you are looking good. Like, too good. Okay? That's a hell of a start. Very disgusting. Rage played it, 2-turn first scout. That's nuts. Getting a scout out. So, like, people don't say, oh, wow, you just got to scout out early. Getting that thing out early means you get to see things first, right? You get to see things around your land first. You got to think about what... every civ has their... Like, when you spawn, you have your bubble. You have a radius, right? Depending on where you're scouting, that's why I always, say to you guys, scout, scout, scout. Because if you don't get there first, someone else is, right? And then they're going to get the goodies and you're not going to get it. And they're going to get that free builder. They're going to get that free relic. They're going to get that free scout. They're going to get that money. They're going to get that faith. They're going to get the goodies. You need to scout. You just need to. And people are like, well, I'll just go builder first because I got 3 sheep and it's just overall good for my empire. Dude, scout. Just scout. Especially in FFA, free envoys. Those scouts are era score, my friend. They're so insane. If you don't scout, I mean, you don't have to listen to me. You can do your own thing. But I'll take those free envoys, and I'll take your goodies. Okay, moving on. Scotland, Robert the Brucey boy, removed movement bonus when starting on a hill for settlers and scouts. Thank God. It's very strong. As I said, early on scouting, they did remove the scouting pretty good, especially with the Grand Columbia movement. It's super oppressive, right? And when you get an extra movement, it's insane, especially for a settler. When the settler can just like, oh, I'll go over here. Oh, I'll move 3. Huh? It's a Gandhi thing. Stop stealing, stop doing this, huh? Settling faster, getting yields faster, starting the multiplayers right away. That's crazy. So I'm glad that they removed that in the scouts. Scouts now get 50% more XP. So when you have the survey card in, let's say if you have a fresh scout and you have a survey card in, a goody hut gets 10 XP. Now when you go to there, you get instant promotion. Because 10 plus 50% is 15, right? So you get that promotion, and then you're on your way towards, you know, getting a level 2 scout. So I'd see Robert the Bruce having multiple level 2 scouts. Around, if you are scouting correctly and you are buying a scout, I can see you having like 2 to 4 level 2 scouts by like turn 50 or 60 if you're like actively scouting and asking for direction of wonders and things of that nature in your games. So, very strong. Very strong. They did try to do Scotland gets 50% reduction when upgrading recon units. That would have been insane. Level 4 Highlander, it would only have to be level 3 Highlander, actually. Because you would go hill promotion into guerrilla into... Why can't I even think of it? It's the plus 15 combat strength. But level 4 Highlanders is invisible Highlanders. That's kind of scary. Oh yeah. Samaria now gets flood protection, same as Egypt. That's a good change. I like that change a lot. I think that's... I hate Adamanaki. Anyways, that's a good change. You gotta love it. And I enjoy it. Ambush? I think it might be Ambush, yeah? Yeah. If it's not, we'll just call it Ambush. But yeah, I think you're right. This Coupe rework kind of makes him feel like a somewhat weaker naval civ compared to something like Dido or Vicky. So they removed a lot from Coupe. He starts by the coast now. Settler can embark at sailing. So that's not bad. Right? That has really good value in like a close encounters map, like maybe like 7 Seas or like Primordial. When you get shipbuilding, 2 extra movement at shipbuilding, it's a good ancestral play maybe. I don't know. Hold on. The palace receives +3 housing and 1 amenity. They didn't say that this is taken away. Right? So, I'm not sure. But no chopping resources still, right? Yeah, that's his identity. I don't know. Coupe's in a bad place. Well, maybe this has some changes. Maybe he doesn't get banned all the time. They're just trying to make it to where the guy doesn't get banned. Because he ruins so many games just from how powerful and oppressive he can be. Like, it wasn't even like a high roll. It was like, oh, I guess there might be like a 50-50 chance of him just like, you know, being next to someone or not. It wasn't like, oh, maybe he'll be here. There's a slim chance. No, there's actually a pretty good chance that he's going to be right next to you. And he already has boats right there. Wow. Turn 5. They bought him a damn boat. You don't have sailing yet. because you don't have science start and it takes you 7 turns to unlock sailing and you're 2 turns away from it, and the team used gold to buy tiles and your team has a collective amount of like what, 20 gold, and you don't have maritime industries at foreign trade, yeah, you're dead. Your game's giga griefed. You can't do anything. Oh, you settled over here with 2 tile access? Yeah. Oh, your warrior went over there to kind of scout north and you can't bring it back, so your city's at 20 strength? Yeah, you're dead. That's like that every game, dude. Yeah. So this is the stuff they couldn't change, which is that Dutch thing, and Scotland can't do 50% upgrade, and possible Mali rework. Yeah. So I thought I'd just give you the details on what I thought of this. This will I'll throw this up on YouTube, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts overall. So yeah, much love, and let's see if we can get into a game. I got that done. How long did it take? That was less than an hour. All right, all right. Oh, it looks like I got some practice going on in 4 hours. Always entertaining and explained, even for the noobs like me. Yeah, bro, I got you. I got you. Like, there's just, there's a lot to the game, and, like, I'm obsessed with video games, right? I'm gonna change this to... And I'm obsessed with video games, and I try to, like, I spend a lot of my time playing video games, because if I don't play video games, then I'm like out and about and going crazy, and this is just like my safe zone, and I want to hardcore focus on it. So and I learn a lot, so I want to share that stuff with you guys, because I know, like, in the beginning parts when I was a noob, I didn't know any... Dude, I'm still learning the game. I will always say that, because I always am. I'm still learning the game. I'm still writing my notes down. I'm still trying to... And the game's changing, too. It's not like this game is the same game it was a year... Like, 6 months ago, right? Or, you know, whatever. Like, it's always changing, so you always have to adapt. Which means... Because if you don't adapt, you don't improve. You can do the same thing and, you know, expect different results, but that's insanity, right?